So it is Thursday night and I had to do this live. I was watching a friend of mine and I was cracking up at some of the things that she was saying, and I was like, you know what, this is so true. This is so incredibly true that ground floor opportunities can suck. Like, honestly, if you don't understand them, they could totally suck. Like, literally. So I have to laugh about this because it's so funny because, you know, ground floor opportunities are amazing things. They really are. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Renee. So this is going to be one of my raw gen videos, and I'm like, so, hey, Morgan, how are you? So I'm just laughing about some of the notes that I took while I did this, and I just wanted to come to you and be real, be raw, be honest. A lot of people would say, like, why are you being honest about this? Like, why are you throwing this out here? Like, isn't that going to hurt your business? Aren't you in a ground floor opportunity, Jen? Like, hello? Well, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be real and raw and honest because I would rather have people that understand a ground floor opportunity and understand what the heck you're getting into. Can I get an amen? Yes. So if you're watching me live, drop me a 1 below. If you're catching me on the replay, drop me a 2. So I'm going to tell you what to expect. If you ever got into a ground floor opportunity or wanted to know what a ground floor opportunity was or thought you knew what a ground floor opportunity was, I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to tell you exactly why ground floor opportunities can totally suck and why I'm being real and honest with you, because I'm going to be transparent. A ground floor opportunity is absolutely not for the faint of heart. It is not. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for pioneers. It's for conquerors. It's for those risk takers. It's for people who get it, okay? It is not for the weak. It is not for wimpy people. It is not for sissies. Sorry, not sorry. You have to have a backbone to be in a ground floor opportunity. Like, really being in a ground floor opportunity. I mean, I hear it all the time, like, join me, you know, like, this is a ground floor opportunity, it's a ground floor opportunity. And I'm hearing it, I'm like, you know what, I am in a ground floor opportunity, and I totally get it now. I get it. And you know what, I've been in another company that we started pretty early, and I was in within like the first year or so, and it was crazy then. So I can kind of compare, and I kind of have some idea about what it's like to be in a ground floor opportunity. So it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It is definitely not for the weak. It is definitely for someone who gets it, understands it, and is strong enough to handle it. It's not for everyone. You know, when we first started, we had a few join every day. Now we've got 50, 100, like, people are joining constantly on our team. It is hard to keep up with. So many people are joining constantly, and nobody ever tells you what to expect when you get into a ground floor opportunity, right? Like, nobody, throw me up smart. It's like, when you start a ground floor opportunity, if you're not real sure, you really don't know what you're about to get into. You don't know what you're walking into. You have no idea what to expect. So I'm going to tell you what to expect. Number one, the first thing that you should expect in a ground floor opportunity, because I have to be very clear. I'm going to tell you why it sucks to be in a ground floor opportunity or what the downfall is, because I don't want you to look at this and go, yeah, I don't want to do that. And that's fine. Like, that's fine if you do. Honestly, I say I don't want you, but honestly, I don't care if you say that. What I want you to look at is look at it and go, okay, I can do that. Y'all tell me hi when you hop in. I only want people who want to do this. I only want people who know how to do this. I only want people who can see the vision and know that there's something more out there. I only want people who actually, like, understand what it means to be in a ground floor opportunity, one that's going to run with it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So number one, the first thing is, you know, you're going to have the growing pains, right? You're going to have so many growing pains in a ground floor opportunity. There's going to be things that happen that are not very nice, that aren't very comfortable, that aren't very good. Like, you have growing pains. It's like being a kid again. Like, you're going to grow up, you're going to skin your knee, like, things are going to happen. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be rainbows and unicorns all the freaking time. Sorry, it's not. So I kind of went off on a little tangent, but number one, it's so brand new. So brand new. Number one, it's so brand new. I am so glad that I'm not the founders. I'm so glad I'm not the founders, because dealing with so many people and such a fast pace is just incredibly frustrating. And I saw it firsthand. I've been to the treehouse. I watched the founders. You're talking about the owners taking tickets and trying to handle customer service and trying to package your shipment and trying to make sure that everybody's happy and trying to make sure there's no technical problems and trying to make sure the computer's operating right? There's so many things that the founders have to do when they first start a company. It's so excruciating. There's no sleep. There's no sleep. No sleep. Like team no sleep, for real team no sleep, because they're constantly trying to make sure that everybody is satisfied. So I do not envy the founders in that retrospect, because I would totally kill somebody. I would literally like hurt someone if I had to hear some of the things that they had to hear from the very beginning. Like, they're so even keel and so wonderful and so amazing, but I would have gone crazy if I was listening to the whole like, oh, well, I can't find my tracking number, I didn't get this email, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't know where to find this. And like, seriously, it would drive me crazy. It would drive me insane if they were just like, oh, well, I didn't package this, or I ordered this, and I couldn't. I'm having technical difficulties. I can't get onto my website. I can't. I would go insane if I was a founder having to handle that. Anybody else feel that way? Drop me a 3 if you would go insane too, if you had to handle that many people. But with us, we grew so fast, and we have 1,400, only 1,400. So you're only talking about 1,400. That's only a little bit over 1,000, only. But that's 1,000 women and men that they would have to deal with, that they have to handle, that they have to have the best customer service available and do it with little to no sleep. How many of you are moms? If you're moms, drop me a 4. How many of you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the fact that you get no sleep, you get crabby? It's true. You get no sleep, you get crabby, you get irritable. It's frustrating. It's tiring, right? I mean, come on. And so if you are this mom and you're working a business and you're an entrepreneur and you're handling everything, it's tough. The founders have it. It's tough. I don't envy them. So you're so new that everything is being handled by the actual owners of the company. Like, that is ground floor. When you go and they're actually like printing out an invoice and putting it in an envelope and they're the ones sealing it, that's ground floor. That's like brand new. And it can get very sloppy. It can get very messy. They're doing announcements, they're doing updates, and they're mispronouncing everybody's name, and they're calling Dion, and they're calling, and everyone's like messing up everybody's names, and they're like Mary instead of, Marie. I mean, it's like, it's messy. It's not perfect. It's just not perfect. You're gonna run into that sloppy, messy part, okay? It's just the way it is. And the founders do it all, and I'm so thankful that I'm not it. So one thing that I will just put a note out there that's really awesome is that we don't have shipping issues. I know a lot of companies, ground floor, they have shipping issues. They do. How many of y'all have been in a company that had shipping issues where maybe like you just couldn't, it didn't come on time, or it took too long to come? If you have, like, tell me, have you ever been in a company that had shipping issues? One thing that I love about this company is that they don't have the shipping issues. Everything is mailed out within a day or two, and that stuff, I was about to say a bad word, that stuff is on that truck and it is on its way to you, and it is in your house fast. I love it. I love that part of it, that they got their stuff together. They got their stuff together. But let me give you number 2. Number 2, the reason that ground floor opportunities suck is because it changes constantly. It's changing so fast. So fast. If you can't keep up, there's no reason to be here. It is so fast, and change is good. Change is a wonderful thing, but there's so many people who are complacent and can't handle it. They just can't handle it. It goes so fast. You've got to keep up. If you don't like change, you're not going to thrive in this environment. It's every single day I'm hearing about, oh, well, we have a new product coming, or hey, we have this new thing, or hey, did you see this new thing in the treehouse, or did you see this new thing on the website, or did you see the new, it's constant. And then even in teams, it's this new training and that new training and this new, change. Oh, we're changing the comp plan again to pay more out. Oh, we're changing the comp plan again to pay more out. Oh, we're changing this reward program. Oh, we're going to give people this. There's constantly going to be change in a ground floor opportunity. If you understand that, drop me a 5 below and tell me if you've ever had to experience that, where it's a fast-paced change. I'd love to hear from you and let me know that you have a fast-paced change area. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Pam. So the thing is, whether commissions are increasing or things are happening, if you aren't used to change and you can't handle change, it's just not gonna, it's not gonna happen for you, because change is where the money's at. The more change, the better. The more things that they add, the better. The things that are happening, that's good. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's great things. But if you can't handle it, not the place for you. It's just not the place for you. If you're coming to everyone going, I just don't know where that training video was that was in the treehouse and I can't find it. Go look it up. Go look it up. They have a search bar for a reason. They do. So, and I'll do a little detour. Another thing that most ground floors do not have is training. And our company has a ton of training. You just have to look it up. And then what about, oh, well, are you really expanding to makeup? Are you going to become a full beauty brand? What are you going to have? So what does full beauty brand mean? What does that mean? Are you going to have makeup? Is that what that means? Oh my gosh, people, just run with it. We have lashes, run with it. Lashes, lashes. And guess what? We will be I can't even speak, a full beauty brand. What does a full beauty brand mean? Yes, it means makeup. Hello, beauty, it's gonna be makeup. Well, do you know the products? Do you know what's coming? I can tell you what the products are. All the makeup, all the things. That's what's coming. Well, when is it coming? I don't know. We're like 16 weeks old or something like that. Ridiculous. I don't even know anymore how old we are. Not very long. So it's going to happen. It's going to, hey, Leanne, I'm so glad you're here. It's going to happen. Like, eventually, you will get the makeup. You will get all the things. But of course, it's going to take time. But you get that, like, change is happening constantly. And you get these people who are coming to you and they're like, but I want to know now. Guess what? I want to know now, too. Can you imagine that? Like, I want to know now, too. Is that a surprise? Probably not. We're ground floor opportunity. We are only weeks old. We are babies. We're babies. I mean, I was under 100. I don't even know what my number was. 90. I don't know. Somewhere. Number 9. I don't know. Somewhere in there. Between 90 and 100, I think. It may have been less. I don't even remember. I'd have to go look. But of however many people signed up, I was under 100. And we have 1,400 people. That's it. In the entire United States, 1,400. Look up your state's population and tell me that 1,400 is a big number. Go ahead. Go look it up. Go look it up. So when you're looking at that and it's such a small amount of people and it's an itty bitty amount, like this stuff is going to happen. Change is going to happen. You're going to grow. You're going to keep adding things. It's just going to happen. Go figure things out on your own. Go find the training. Go find what you need and run with it. Run with it. If you want to make the money, you got to run with it. You got to run with it. Put some effort into it. So number 3, the reason why a ground floor opportunity totally sucks is your team is going to grow so freaking fast. And I can vouch for this. Last month, we like quadrupled in number, maybe more than that. Because we doubled and then, no, we quadrupled and then we doubled. I don't know. Like ungodly amount of growth last month, like ungodly. So all of these people are added and it's like growing and growing and growing and all these, extra people are coming on. You don't even know their names. Like you cannot keep up with your team. When it's growing so fast, you can't keep up with your team. You can't remember everybody. You can't even remember everybody's face. Like, it's just not going to happen. So that's that's number 3. The reason that it's going to suck is because your team is going to grow so fast that you can't keep up. You cannot keep your hands on all of them, nor should you. You should be training your people to train the people to train the people, because that's called duplication, people. So when you are growing so fast and you can't keep up, it's hard. It's so hard. If you have a personality like me, you want to love on your people. Anybody want to love on their people? Anybody love to love on their people? Anybody love to spoil their team? Like, do you like to spoil your team? I love to spoil my team. I love to love on people. I want to give people gifts. I want to shower them with praise. I want to, shout their name for the rooftops that they're top seller and top this and top that. And they're all over our leaderboard. I mean, by the way, our team like swept the leaderboard this month. So, I want to be able to shout this at the rooftops, but come on, like there's so many people. It's hard to keep up with. It's hard to constantly be doing that because then you're neglecting your own business too. So it's just really hard to keep up with. So then you're like, okay, so do I just have like my little favorite group? Do I have like an inner circle of people? Like how, when, like how, what? I don't even know what to do. Like I have a mentor group and I have these like my inner circle, but how do you even keep up? How do you remember who's who and who's where and who goes with who and what? You can't. You just can't. You can't. Especially when they're coming in so rapidly, like 20 something in a day, 100 in a day, 200 in a day. Like, how are you going to keep up with that? When they're 6, 10, 15 levels down. And oh my gosh, God forbid, whenever you go to like, we're having a leadership retreat. At least I think I will know everybody at the leadership retreat. But when we have an event, when we finally have an event for this company, for a ground floor company, and you show up and people are coming up to you and they're like, hey, Jen, it's so good to see you. I see you on your live. I love your training. And you're like, thank you. I don't know who you are. I mean, what because there's so many people coming so fast. You can't keep up. So if it's like I said, it's not for the faint of heart. It's so hard to keep up with that kind of thing. You just can't keep up. You can't. I mean, let me see what my other notes are. Some people aren't okay with that. Some people are like, you don't even know my name. Like, how do you not know my name? Like, how can you not know my name? Like, I'm so-and-so and I'm under so-and-so. I'm sorry. When we have so many people coming in, I can't keep up. You know how I can keep up with you? If you're reaching out to me, if you're talking to me, if you're communicating with me, if you're working your butt off, I'm gonna notice. If you're on a leaderboard, I'm gonna notice. If you're wanting to make this work, I'm gonna notice. If you're making yourself present on my posts and in my life, I'm gonna notice. That's how I'm gonna notice you. If you're not, and you're MIA and you're off in the distance and you're doing your own thing, you're off doing your own thing. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Okay, I'm getting on a soapbox. Okay, move on. So you're not gonna know these people, and it's so true that how many people actually look like their profile picture? I mean, if I do my little, like, I might look like my profile picture, right? I gotta like, but do I go up to people like that? Like, no, I'm not gonna go up to people like, no, and I'm not gonna wear a black wig either. So people may not know who I am off my profile picture. So how many people look like their profile picture? Tell me. Give me a 1 if you think the majority of people on Facebook have look like their Facebook profile, and drop me a 2 if you think that they don't. They don't. Because it's true. They don't. So how are you going to keep up with people and keep their faces all? You just can't. The growth is ridiculous. So that's number 3. Number 4, the reason that, and we're going to wrap this up really quick. Number 4, the reason that ground floor opportunities can absolutely suck is because you have to show up. What? You have to show up. You want to make money? Show up. Show up. I want you to comment below, show up. Show your ass up. Sorry, had to say that. Like, you gotta show up if you want to make money. You've got to put in the time. Like, you've got to do the trainings. You've got to listen in. You've got to do as much as you can. You've got to take the risk. You've got to make an effort. Money doesn't just fall from the sky and grow on trees, people. You've got to show up. You got to show up. You got to show up. Like, you're not going to just get it. Now, there are ways to do it in 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes a day. You can do it a power hour every day, and you can build a business. You can absolutely build a business with an hour a day. Or you can build an empire by putting in more hours. It's up to you. So how much do you want? Do you want $100 a month? Do you want $1,000 a month? Do you want $10,000 a month? Do you want $10,000 a week? How much are you showing up? Whew, that one, whew. Whew, you got to show up. If you're not showing up, you're not going to make it. So that's why a ground floor opportunity sucks, because you have to work. What? You have to work. Like you have to work. So don't get into a ground floor opportunity if you don't know what the word work means. If you don't understand the definition, bye-bye. This isn't for you. You have to work. You have to work. Whether it's an hour a day, 5 hours a day, whatever. Here's another, I'm going to do a little side, I'm going to go chase a rabbit here too. I'm a ground floor opportunity, and guess what? I'm one of the first ones. I'm one of the first ones, and not only am I one of the first ones, but I'm direct to the CEO. So being a corporate leg, there's like a lot. There's a lot that's on your shoulders as a corporate leg. And you know what? When you're a corporate leg and you've got all this stuff on your shoulders, you're not getting sleep either. So you got the founders not getting sleep, and neither is your leader. Your leader's not getting sleep either, because guess what? We are growing. We didn't just show up, we stayed. We showed up and stayed on that stage because we're riding this out. So anyways, back. Number five, the reason that a ground floor opportunity would suck is because no one's heard of you. Like, what company is this? Like, what is this? Hey, Megan, like, is this real? Is this like a real company? Do they actually pay you? Is it fake? Is it like, is this one of those pyramid thingies? Like, what is this company? What? I don't even know, because you're not somebody that's established, right? Like those who are like Mary Kay, Advocare, like all these people, like everybody knows who they are. Like they know what it is. They know what Arbonne is. Like they may be old in Avon, whatever. They may be back in the day, but people know who they are, right? Mary Kay is established. So if you were to be like, oh, I joined Mary Kay, most people would be like, oh, is that still around? But not knocking you, Mary Kay girls. I'm totally not knocking you. But I mean, if you are a ground floor, you don't know who they are. You just don't. which it could be a plus. It could be an amazing, amazing opportunity for you, but it's also a downfall because people don't know you, which means they don't trust you. They don't know if your company's for real, for legit real. They don't know if, you know, how long you've been around. What, do they have the capital to handle this? Do they have the funds? Are they going to be like, are they going to run out of money? Are they going to be ugly? Like, I don't know. Like, is this like for real? Or is this for fake? Like, I just need to know. I mean, people just don't know and they don't trust you. So how many of you have tried a product from another company that's been established? Like one of those that's been around for years and years and years and years and years. And you've tried a product with a friend. You have a friend who represents that company. Let me know. You have a friend who represents a company and you've tried their products, okay? Because you're helping your friend out. You're supporting your friend. And that friend is with an established company. Well, guess what? They're your rep, right? Like how many of you already have a rep for most of the companies? Tell me that. How many of you drop me a number 6 below if you pretty much have a rep for every stinking company you can think of. Like in your head, think of like 5 companies and be like, yep, I got a rep. I got a Scentsy rep. If I wanted Mary Kay, I know where to go. If I wanted Unique, I know where to go. If I wanted Advocare, I know where to go. Like, you know where to go, right? Because it's an established company and you already have somebody. Guess what? You don't have a Lash Girl yet, unless you're one of the 1,400 or one of the 1,400 has hit you. You don't have a Lash Girl yet. You don't. Because we're the first social selling lash company. You just don't have that yet. So being 1,400 people, like we're not established. People don't have us yet. So it's not like, though. Okay, all of those that commented 6, how many of you, if somebody got in your inbox and let's say you already have your Advocare rep and somebody gets in your inbox and is like, hey, I'm with Advocare. Would you like some Spark? Would you buy it from a total stranger? No. Negative ghostwriter, it ain't gonna happen, right? So you would buy from somebody that you already established with, that you already have a friend with, that you're already close to, right? So think about that. When you're in a ground floor opportunity, you don't have any of that. Like it's gone, like you're not there yet. It's just not there yet. You get to be the first, which is amazing, but it can also be kind of a tough thing. If somebody got in your inbox and was like, hey, I'll give you my discount, be a product tester, like are you really gonna jump on that? When you already have a rep, like it's just not gonna do that. No, but we will be soon, Leanne. So I don't know, people could be leery. It's an obstacle to climb because people don't know you and they're just not real sure because you're not established. But guess what? It's also an amazing opportunity to be the first. You can be the first one in a different country. Leanne just asked if we're in Canada. The moment we hit Canada, guess what? Canada's gonna be whenever I'm in. When we launch in Canada, I was in. When we launch in Germany, I was in. When we launch in the UK, I was in. When we launch in Australia, I was in. It's better than saying, oh, I got in, 30 years down the road and we're in 50 countries. Well, you're in 50 countries, but were you there at the beginning? Because that's where the money is. That's really where the money is. So the other part of it is, some people, they just like, when it comes to I got to take a detour. When it comes to the companies and they're reaching out to you and they're wanting to have like, they're wanting to, you just totally distracted me because I'm trying to read and do this. So you have somebody reach out to you and you're like, oh, will you be a product tester? Will you this? Will you that? Like, and you have people in your inbox. Here's the deal, guys. A lot of those, it starts to get very ugly. It gets ugly. When you have like 1 in 35 million people who are reps, like you're 1 in 35 million, the integrity pretty much goes out the window because they're savages. They're savages. Comment savage below if you've ever gotten one of those. You know what I'm talking about. Those messages in your inbox. And you're like, this girl is only going after the BV, PV, GP, DV, like whatever it is. Whatever it is. They're going after a sell. All they care about is the commission. I'll give you my discount. I need to rank up. I need to be the, iridescent, colored, branded, golden, diamond, presidente, whatever. Will you please buy from me? Like, they're desperate. Desperation. I can smell it a mile away. The desperation comes because they're fighting against all of these people. It's 1 in 350 million people, 1 in 100,000, 1 in 10,000. We have 1,400 in the entire United States. Like, who are you fighting against? You're really not fighting against anybody. So, okay. The good and the bad on that one. Here's another thing. So it's online, right? It's online. So I could just go buy lashes at the grocery store. I could go buy lashes at Walgreens or, CVS. Really? You could. Yeah. You could go to Ulta and buy them too. Did you know that? And you can also buy stuff at Ulta online. So you could do that too. But reality is, like, this is the new age. Everything is bought online. Everything is done online. Everything is done online. Everything is done online. People buy groceries online. People drive up to the grocery store and they put them in their car. People get groceries delivered to their house. They get medications delivered to their house. They get their dog food delivered to their house. They get everything delivered to their stinking house. Everything these days is done online. It's done online. Beauty boxes, all of these things, it's all done online. It is, the day of stores is gone, guys. All these clothing stores are talking about where you just walk in and try on your size, and then guess what? You have to go online to order it. So you go in, you try on a size, and then you order it when you get home. So one of these days, you'll be ordering lashes, and hopefully it'll be for me. So let's move on. There's gonna be no more stores. So if you're not ready for that change, if you don't understand that, if you don't get that concept that things are being online, how many of you are Amazon Prime members? I wanna know. Comment Amazon below. Love me some Amazon. Love Amazon Prime. How many people are Amazon Primers? And you're ordering all the time. If you're ordering all the time, you see the vision. You already got it. I don't have to go to the store to buy that purse. I don't have to go buy whatever it is on Amazon. I got to buy my entire Christmas by Amazon. Amazon is a god. Okay, Amazon is amazing. Amazon did everything for me. I didn't have to do anything. I pushed the button. I sat there and pushed the button. So if you don't see it, if you don't get that, you're not going to cash in on it. You're not going to cash in on it. You're just not. So here's some pros. Here's a couple pros for being in a ground floor opportunity. How many of you wished that you were in a ground floor opportunity when it first started? How many of you would, here, let me ask this question. If you could trade your paycheck for somebody who's been in Mary Kay for 30 years, would you do it? If you could change your paycheck for 1 month with somebody who's been in Herbalife, Advocare, any of these companies that have been around forever and ever and ever, would you trade your paycheck with somebody who's been in from the beginning? From the beginning. Would you trade your paycheck in? Just one. You would trade your income in a heartbeat. Don't even lie to me. I better get a whole lot of yeses down below, because if you don't put me yes, I know you're a liar. You're a liar. Liars. You would love to have that paycheck. You would love it. You would die to be part of the ground floor from way back when, right? So you get the benefit. The benefit is you're gonna grow, you're gonna blossom. Are there the growing pains? Yes, there's growing pains, and you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have shipping issues and customer service issues, and you're gonna have only so many people boxing up things, and you're gonna be struggling with your team not knowing who you are, or you not knowing who your team is. All of these things happen, guys. But here's the deal: you get to grow with it. If you stick with it, you keep going. You see the vision, that's where the money comes. You're growing, the companies expand, you're watching all of these companies come below you. You know that it's about to happen. You're telling people, you know that even though they don't know what it is, you're the first one to tell them. You're the first one to say, guess what I have? Guess what I have? There's a couple really wonderful wine companies out there that are pretty new. Can you think about the one? There's this one wine company that the moment they hit the ground, they took off. Why did they take off? It was the first one. It was the first one. Guess what? This is the first Lash one. Just saying. So here's another thing. Here's a really big plus. You are special. You're somebody. If you're in a ground floor opportunity early, you're very special. You're very important to everybody. So if you're very important to everybody, that if somebody's on Katie's team, go in there and put a message that I'm running a little behind, but I'll be there in just a second. You are treated so important, because you're not 1 out of 350 million people. You're not. You're not even 1 out of 100,000. You're not even 1 out of 10,000. Okay? You're 1 out of 1,400. Okay? For me, I was 1 out of less than 100. I'm important. The CEOs think I am amazing. They think I'm amazing, that I am amazing, but they think I'm really special, and I'm not that special. I'm just me. I'm just Jen doing my thing. I'm just loving what I'm doing. Everyone that's on here is just I'm just me. But you're special. You mean something because you're so little, because you haven't grown to the part where they don't know who you are yet. Okay, so that's one of the little, you really, people who are oh, they're selling and they're doing all this. Guess what? I am the top of the leaderboard. Hey, I am, the #1 recruiter for the company. I'm special. I'm special because I started out, and I'm not special ed, but I started out early. Okay, so I'm important. I'm important to them. I went to the Treehouse, which is our corporate headquarters. I was the first corporate leg to go visit the Treehouse and check it out. Like, I'm important. Am I really important in real life? No. I mean, depends on who you ask. If you ask my husband, I'm important. If you ask my kids, I'm important. But am I like some like special? Am I Pink, like singing in the Super Bowl? Like, no, I'm not. And I'm not like the president or like, I'm not like Mother Teresa. I'm not. But because we're in such a ground floor opportunity, I'm somebody special. I'm somebody of importance. I'm important. So here's the gist. If you want to be in a ground floor opportunity, you got to know you're going to grow really, really fast. You've got to know that if you're in a ground floor opportunity, a real ground floor opportunity, it's a consumable product. How many of y'all have been around or know a company that you have like a product that lasts forever? Does anybody have a company that lasts forever? Put lasting, comment lasting below. But like if you've been in a company or know of a company or have a product where it lasts forever. Like, oh, well, you don't need to replace your makeup because this lasts you 1 year. You don't want a product like that. You don't want a product, yes, you can. You don't want a product that is going to last you a year. You want a consumable product. They're going to kind of come back and they're going to order from you. Because if you don't come back and order, like, they're going to forget about you. They're going to find somebody else. They're not even going to come back to you. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't. So do not like go after a company that's got products. It's like, oh, this will last you 10 years. What the heck? That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want something that somebody's going to order constantly. That's a ground floor opportunity. It's got to grow really, really fast. It's got to be rapid. It's got to be going. You can't be growing at a slow speed, 10%. You got to be growing big time, big time, big time. So, if you were one out of 1,400 and you rode the wave and you rode it out and you stuck with it and you showed up and you dealt with the growing pains and you persevered and you conquered, you know what would happen? You want to know what that looks like? It looks like you're on top. That's what it looks like. Because that's where you make the money. If you stick to it, thick or thin, and you show up, that's where the golden ticket is. Can you do it in other companies? Absolutely. 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 Abso-freaking-lutely. I know people who join a company and they run and become 6-7 figures. But don't you want to be somebody who gets in before it gets in? Like before it hits another country, before it hits another market, be the first one in your area, be the first one in your state, be the first one, like, hello, ground floor. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things. It really does suck in a lot of ways. It really sucks because if you can't handle change, if you can't handle work, if you can't handle a little bit of bumpy roads, this isn't for you. It's not for you. If you can't ride it out, buckle your seat up to that rocket ship and just say, okay, we're taking off. We're going. Like, if you can't do that, this isn't for you. But if you can, you're going to find out that it's the best decision you ever freaking made. Can I get an amen? All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. Feel free to hit the share button if you found any value or found that I was just hilarious. Go ahead and hit that share button and we will talk soon. I got to get on to training, so I will talk to you later.